Perhaps it was because Mao was ultimately distrustful of all successors that Lin Biao feared that he might suffer a fate similar to that of Liu Shaoqi. Perhaps he was, as designated successor, chafing a bit, waiting for the old guy to die. Ultimately, it's impossible to say with any certainty, because we only have the official Chinese version of it, which reads like a tale out of the Romance of the Three Kingdoms, updated with modern technology. Lin Biao had apparently written down for all to see his plan for seizure of power, the so-called 571 plan. And here's what he is alleged to have written in this. And if he did write this, I have to say he's not much of a conspirator. He wrote down B-52, his not so subtle code word for Chairman Mao. B-52, he said, has not much time to go. He is anxious to make arrangements within the next few years. He doesn't trust us. We had better act boldly rather than be captured defenseless. Of course, we do not deny his historical role in uniting China. It was because of this we gave him the status and support he deserved. Now, however, he abuses the trust and the status given him by the Chinese people. Now he implements the laws of Qin Shi Huang, the founding emperor of Qin. He is the biggest feudal despot in Chinese history, says Lin Biao, allegedly. This self-incriminating document goes on to say, the present conditions are sharper political contradictions within the country, signs of danger all around, the dictator losing more of the people's support, power struggles, intrigues, inner fights at a boiling point. The cadres, who have such a long history of party struggles and were discarded during the Cultural Revolution, are angry but dare not talk. The peasants have not enough food or clothes. The Red Guards were first deceived and then turned into cannon fodder to become scapegoats. The freezing of workers' wages is a form of exploitation. The Soviet Union is being opposed and attacked, Lin Biao allegedly says. Our action will be supported by the Soviet Union. Our difficulties are that our forces are not yet well prepared. The masses still have a blind, deep faith in B-52. On account of B-52's divide and rule tactics, there are complex contradictions within the army, and it is difficult for us to create a united force. B-52 rarely appears. His movements are hidden and treacherous, and tight security measures surround him, which makes our action quite difficult. Both we and the enemy, speaking now of Mao, are in a dilemma. The present equilibrium cannot last long. This is a struggle of life and death. Either we get ready and devour him, or the enemy opens his mouth to devour us. In such an immediate danger, whether or not we are ready, we must act. Looking back, Lin Biao allegedly continues, looking back on the history of the past few decades, do you see anyone whom he has supported initially to whom he has not handed a political death sentence? He is a paranoid and a sadist. Once he hurts you, he will hurt you all the way, and he will put the blame on you for all bad things. Such the document incriminating Lin Biao. The Chinese Communist Party would paint a picture of Lin Biao as a man of greed, hungry for power. Whether that is a sufficient picture, history in time will tell.